the game is the game, because Tanya was definitely lip-syncing next man last night, and she's waking up to another guy cooking her breakfast. City girls what? City girls up. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. As always, another day, another Love Island review. Guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what to make from that episode. The ending 100% spun me. Guys, what was Tanya doing on that stage? I've never seen this level of City Girls before in my life, okay? In my actual life. But we're going to get into it as always. So as I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and therefore join the family. Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, as I usually and I always say, please get cozy and come with a hot Ibina and some snacks. And let's have a conversation. Now, let us start off with the Will and Jessie storyline. If you watched yesterday's review, I made it very clear. It's not that I'm not a romantic person, okay? Definitely love and all that stuff over there, but I just felt like it was just a bit too cringy. It was definitely given reception year 1, year 2 performance. I don't know, are we 6? Are we 6 or are we 26? Someone needs to really make it make sense. I just wasn't really here for it. I just thought it was a bit cringe, but of course they ended up saying that they love each other. Interesting. I feel like the word love this entire season, yeah, the way it's been completely like, sorry guys, this hair is irritating me, but yeah, the way it's been like completely thrown around for this entire season, very interesting. But they said that they love each other. We can move on to Kai and Sanam. They were having a conversation. Not really much I want to flag up from here, other than the fact that we're going to get into them later, because guys, I absolutely love Kai and Sanam. I love them. Who would have known? And this is why, I'm going to get into it soon as well, but this is why it's so important to make sure you're with someone that compliments you, because I could not stand Kai with Olivia, but him and Sanam, they can take that 50k. I wouldn't be mad. But of course, we ended up finding out that he's actually a biology teacher. I need to know what grade, okay? I need to know what year he teaches, but big up Kai, okay? We love our key workers. Let's move on to, of course, the Islanders getting a text that the hideaway was open and they all collectively agreed to put Ron and Lana in the hideaway. I think if Will and Jessie hadn't yet been in the hideaway with that whole shenanigan, they would have definitely let them in, or they possibly would have allowed Tom and Sammy. Yeah, but they allowed Lana and Ron. Not really much I want to speak about when it comes to that, but we'll speak about a few things when it comes to nighttime anyway. We can move on to Olivia pulling Kai for a chat. Guys, I bet you guys know this, okay? I said guys twice, but anyway, I bet you guys know this, right? I'm low-key very tired of repeating myself when it comes to Olivia. I don't know why the producers keep giving her airtime. I don't know, maybe her dad or her uncle or someone knows someone who wants to continue giving her screen time. They need to honestly switch off her mic and they need to not turn it on, because she is delusional, and she's been showing us she's been delusional since episode 1. So I don't understand why even some people are like, oh, someone in my comments was like, oh, you're too harsh on Olivia. My reviews, my thoughts, and I say what I want, and Olivia is annoying, okay? Nothing can change in my mind. I've never felt this way towards any Islander. I don't even know if I felt this way towards Faye, and Faye was extremely irritating, but Olivia, whole new level. She definitely takes gold, okay? Definitely takes gold. But of course, Olivia ended up having a chat with Kai, saying that she feels like she was upset with the fact that you said that my feelings were fake and I'm this and I'm that. Kai honestly was so blunt with her, and you know, I have to, guys, it's crazy. Kai's redemption, it's been sweet, because he actually became very annoying. He was annoying, and then he became one of my favorite Islanders in the villa. And like I said, I don't mind him and Sanam winning. Kai literally was just like, I'm not apologizing, so we should just agree to be civil. And I love that. Someone honestly needs to, it's like Olivia genuinely thinks that the island is her island, and every time she raises a point, someone has to, oh no, we're sorry, we're this, we're that, we're that. I'm sorry. I'm very glad that Kai nipped it in the bud and told her, listen, you recoupled with Max, I recoupled with Sanam. I wasn't being bitter. I was actually happy that you recoupled. We don't have to be friends, but we can be civil. He kept it blunt, full stop, period. And I absolutely love it, because someone honestly needs to tell Olivia to focus on her focus. I hate people that don't focus on their focus. It's actually a pet peeve of mine in real life. Olivia is not even the first person to even trigger that in me. Focus on your focus. Even you and Maxwell, you're going to the guy you're in a couple with to speak about other couples. Does that make sense? Does that actually make sense? It's not really given. She needs to move on, and that's just that. But of course, we know we have to get into it later anyway, because she tries to have another conversation with Sanam. But don't worry, we'll tear her singlet when it comes to that point as well. Let's move on to the night time. Of course, Olivia ended up speaking to the girls, and she was saying, oh, the math isn't mathing. The math is mathing, okay? You just don't know how to add up. Because I don't understand how you seem to think that Kai has to apologize to you. By the way, a few of you commented in my video yesterday, because I said, if you can give me a solid reason as to why Kai should apologize to Olivia, I will Monzo you £5. I told you guys to DM me your details. You're not DMing me. Okay? You don't want the £5? Let me know. But yeah, like I said, it's not that the math isn't mathing. Olivia just does not know how to add, how to subtract, and how to reach solid conclusions. Kai doesn't have to speak to you. I mean, if it would have been different if Kai didn't recouple, or if she didn't recouple, but you both recoupled, so babe, cut your grass and keep things going. Of course, Tanya, oh, let me even get into this one, right? So Tanya, during the night, decided to jump up, run, go to Shaq, give him a kiss, and jump back into bed. Someone said it was giving India and Dami. Was it really? It wasn't as cute, to be honest with you. It wasn't as cute. But what was even funnier was Martin, when Tanya was sleeping, you know the cameras go on at night, Martin was looking at Tanya, like literally watching her sleep. But yeah, guys, another comparison as well. Dami and India and Shaq and Tanya, completely two different scenarios. Dami and India both recoupled. Shaq didn't recouple. Let's state the obvious, but we know that there is some redemption towards the end of the episode, which we'll also get into very shortly as well. Let's move on to the following morning. Briefly to speak about the girls and the boys. You guys know their chats are okay sometimes, it doesn't always give, but the girls' chats, Jessie was saying that, you know, there's a dent in my relationship with Will. I think once again it's given storyline trying to resurface, because whether there's a dent, whether there isn't a dent, yesterday you guys said that you loved each other. He gave you a little poem with everyone doing their little assembly speech, and you kept things going. So I don't see that storyline bringing itself up again. Okay, once she said I forgive you and I love you, full stop, we're done. Let's move on to Tanya. Of course, she was telling the girls that she told Martin that she essentially just needs to update him, that she just feels like, oh, he just keeps pressurizing me and texting. And so we're going to get into Martin very soon as well. But once again, my views still stand. I've been saying this literally since Casa Amor, like mid Casa Amor. Tanya should have honestly read the room. Martin was not as interested in her as she thought, and she should have saved everyone time and also herself embarrassment by not bringing him back. He should have been on the next flight back to Dublin. I don't know why she decided to bring him back into the villa, because you know she wants to get to know Shaq again. Anyway, let's move on to the boys having a conversation. Ron said that he feels like it's been really natural between him and Lana, and he really wants to make her his missus. Okay. Will was saying that he feels like they're on the right path. Martin was saying that he wants to give Tanya some time and space, and that it's a really sticky situation. And Shaq was also telling Ron and Kai about the kiss that Tanya gave him last night. I won't lie, it was really cute, the bromance that Ron, Kai and Shaq have. Like, they were proper promise as well that they're not going to tell anyone, and I did think that was quite cute. If there's one thing I do really love about Love Island itself, I do love the fact that when it comes to the bromances and the friendships that are formed, when they're really genuine and they look really good, they look really good. Now let's move on to breakfast. Not really much I want to say other than the fact that some of the guys decided to, of course, make breakfast for their girls. Maxwell to Olivia, Will to Jessie, and Martin to Tanya. Guys, the game is really the game. Okay, the game is the game, because Tanya was definitely lips in next man last night, and she's waking up to another guy cooking her breakfast. City girls, what? City girls up. Let's move on to Sanam and Olivia. Guys, it's irritating having to speak about this girl in my reviews, but she genuinely is delusional. So of course, Sanam and Olivia were having a conversation, and she was saying, oh, you know, I just don't feel like, I feel like Kyle needs to apologize to me. He needs to understand that it was a hard decision for me as well. Like, my heart was 50-50 in Casa Amor. Guys, I think Olivia is honestly suffering from early amnesia, number one. But number two, does she remember that she actually forgot Kai's name? Or did that not happen and every single person is making that up? You can't come to, now that you're in the main villa, and this is why I don't get why contestants lie on national TV. It's really strange to me, because you can't come on national TV and come back into the villa and be like, oh, my heart was 50-50. You are getting to know Maxwell with or without Kai. Let's just be honest, okay? Be honest with yourself. And I think that's the problem that I have with Olivia. And it's a shame that Zara was dumped because she branded her as fake, and people are like, oh, Zara's fake. No, no, no. Olivia was actually this girl was telling us the truth, and people didn't want to believe her. You cannot come and tell me that you feel like the person I'm in a couple with That's why Sanam is better than me. Okay, let's nip that in the bud. You cannot come and tell me that you feel like the guy that I'm in a couple with should apologize to you because he recoupled and you recoupled as well. So when she says the math isn't mathing, it's generally because she struggles to put equations together, because I don't seem to understand why she feels like Kai owes her an apology. Of course, Sanam, very blunt. I love the babe. You guys know I defo stand Sanam. She said that, listen, you're with Max and I'm with Kai, so pretty much, you know, we can just let this go. Water on the bridge, like, it doesn't really matter. And what was really weird was after that whole situ, Olivia was like, oh, you know, you can always chat to me. No, why would I talk to a witch? Why would I actually talk to a witch? I don't understand that. And then in the confessionals was just like, oh, you know, Sanam is a really nice girl. I really, really, really wish her and her and Kai the best. No, she doesn't. And I feel like for me, that entire conversation was not a self-sabotage, because Olivia is nonsense in herself, but she was sabotaging or trying to sabotage the relationship and the connection that Kai and Sanam have. I mean, it's not rocket science. Every single person who's watching Love Island can clearly see that there is a connection between Kai and Sanam, and it's enjoyable. Like I said, I actually enjoy watching Sanam and Kai together, but you can't come and say, oh, I just feel like he hurt me, he branded me as fake. He says the girl likes the guy. Let it go. Where's Maxwell? Okay, where is Maxwell? Please go and find your man. She's really not serious. Let's move on to Tanya telling Jessie about the kiss that she had with Shaq. One thing that was really cute, you guys know I have been very iffy about Jessie, but Jessie did actually seem quite happy for Tanya, which was really sweet. So I did really like that as well. But she did also let Jessie know that the physical attraction just is not there with Martin. But of course, you know that she ends up breaking it to Martin later on, who doesn't take it lightly, okay, and doesn't take it well, but she ends up doing what she has to do. We can move on to, of course, Kai and Sanam getting a text. Sorry guys, leg is numb. When is my leg not numb? When I'm filming these reviews, I don't know, but yeah. Let's move on to Kai and Sanam getting a text that was time for them to go on their date. Big up the producers. I have to love that. Letting Olivia know that with your bad energy, your negative energy, oh, this situation is 100% going to flourish. So I do think Kai and Sanam's date was absolutely adorable. They ended up going kayaking. And guys, I have never ever, not number one, I haven't ever heard Kai speak for so long, okay, and number two, I have never ever heard Kai speak about Olivia the way he spoke about Sanam. That date was honestly so refreshing. Like, why was I smiling? Was I kayaking with them? I wasn't. But I was smiling because it was honestly just so cute. You know, you're seeing them together. You can see that Sanam is very genuine, very loving. Just a good aura about her that some other contestants do not have. Not saying any names. But yeah, she definitely has a very good aura and a very good energy and vibe around her. And I love the fact that with Kai, he just seems so happy. And I honestly love that for them. It's just so cute, honestly, absolutely adorable. Let's move on to Martin and Tanya having one of many conversations, okay? So, of course, Tanya was speaking about, Martin essentially was just like, I just want to give you your space. And you know he's been doing that for the past couple episodes anyway. I just want to give you your space. I feel like since you've been back in the villa, things have been different, etc., etc. And then Tanya was like, oh, you need to understand that with you and Shaq in the villa, it's hard. What did you expect? Even it, like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean, and I said this in my previous reviews, like, I think Tanya is a gorgeous girl, sweet girl, whatever, but her communication is on zero, number one, and number two, like, her maturity when it comes to relationships, for me, I just don't get it. Of course, Martin and Shaq are going to be in the same villa. You brought him back. I hate having to state the obvious, but clearly that's what I have to do with these reviews. You brought him back from Casa Amor, so why are you saying, oh, it's hard? But you knew you would have to face Shaq regardless, with Martin here or Martin not here. So I didn't really understand that, to be honest. Martin was very clear. He did say that he feels like Tanya makes him feel really stupid, and that, you know, you really confused me. It's given holding back. Someone tweeted that Martin struggles with his words. Guys, I don't even want to, like, you know, let me not even add, you know, and yeah, let me not. But Martin is, I think the problem is he's not as articulate. Yeah, he's not as articulate, and he's a whack communicator. So with that, Tanya also being a whack communicator, I mean, it's fire with fire, bringing us more fire. So I'm not surprised, but we do know that, of course, Tanya does end up speaking to Shaq after, and also breaking the news to the rest of the villa that she's not interested in Martin anymore. But I just feel like she wasted his time. Yeah, she wasted his time. If she honestly could read a room, even a bat could have seen, okay, that Martin was not as interested in her in Casa Amor as she thought he was. And yeah, she just shouldn't have brought him back. It is what it is. We can move on to... Do you want to speak about Tom and Sammy? Not really. They were speaking about that poem from yesterday. You guys really know how I felt about that poem. Poems for me just don't give. It just doesn't give. I mean, yeah, sorry. But of course, Tom was saying that he is buzzing that they're back together and he really found what he wants. I've heard that line before. I'll believe it when I see it. But I like Sammy, guys. You guys know I love Sammy. Let's move on to Tanya. She decided to go and meet Shaq inside. So Shaq was just sitting inside the villa. And she was just saying, you know, my heart was really hurting. I just wanted your touch. And obviously Shaq was like, oh, I thought it was a dream. Which I'm not surprised at. Tanya literally shook him out of his sleep. Like, if you guys go and watch the episode, if you haven't watched it, he's literally sleeping like this, and all of a sudden he feels something, he's like this. Like, literally. But I don't know, guys. If Martin was to catch them in that, they were 100% flirting there. If Martin was to catch them in that situation, it would have been a fat, huge mess up, okay? Like, the biggest mess up. But we do know that Shaq has already told the guys that I still love her, and if we were to get back together, she has to completely dead things off with Martin and give me 110%. So no surprise there that they ended up getting back together. But Tanya is playing a dangerous game, okay? A very dangerous game. We can move on next, of course, to Tanya and Martin now having a conversation, and she was saying that she feels like there's been a very drastic change and that the physical closeness isn't there. Very interesting statement, because yeah, they've been talking, but Martin has also been giving her space as well to figure things out. So like I said, I just think Tanya's reasoning for me is just a bit young. I don't get it. It doesn't, that math isn't mathing. Okay, defo isn't mathing. But Martin did say that, you know, she hasn't really given him much energy, and of course they ended up looking it off. What was so funny was when they ended up looking it off, Martin was like, you know, when things are awkward, right? We just want to make a statement. One thing Martin said is, Martin is, as a Nigerian, yeah, a lot of Nigerians have pride. Martin clearly has pride, because every time Tanya spoke, him too, he's spoken. Literally, Tanya says A, he says B. He's like, I'm going to have the last word in this entire situ. But what's so funny was literally, Tanya was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then he was just like, yeah, good convo, man, good chat. And she's just like, oh, well, clearly he's not good. It's just like, no, good chat. Like, you know, good chat. And I actually quite like that. Just, you know, when people come to speak to you with nonsense, just a calm way to basically just dead the whole conversation. But one reason why I was screaming was Martin said, you can't eat your cake and have it. God. You can't eat your cake and have it, like. But no, that line actually finished me. Like, he's actually fighting his words. It's too funny. Of course, we can briefly move on it to Kai and Sanam getting back from their date, and of course telling the girls and also the guys that they feel like the date brought them closer. One thing I love is Kai just seems so happy, guys, and I'm here for it. I'm actually here for Kai and Sanam to win. They're definitely my faves right now. Kai was honestly grinning so much to the guys, letting them know, you know, he's never had a first date like that. That's a great experience for both of us to remember. It's brought us closer. And like I said, I really do really like Kai with Sanam. So that was really cute for me. Of course, Sanam also ended up speaking to the girls, and she was just like, right now, nothing can change her mind. Of course, the camera panned to Olivia, who was doing this. You know, she does that with her lips. Is it like this? Like, anyway, she doesn't have lips, so she can't do what I done. But anyway, she does this. And I was literally just thinking, like, she's actually just such a bitter Betty. She genuinely wanted Kai to be single there, groveling over her. I mean, she really needs to actually get a grip. This is not Olivia Island, babe. This is Love Island. Let it go. And I'm so glad that Sanam she's a calm babe. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not giving Olivia the energy that she wants. She's literally just dead in it from all corners, all areas. And that is one reason why I defo do want Kai and Sanam to flourish. Of course, they ended up getting a text that it was time to gun up for their VIP performer. I believe the guy's name was Jax Jones. I didn't know who he was, but then they played one of his songs whilst the Islanders were there, and it's definitely unts music. You know, unts like unts. Yeah, the type that they play in the club. I don't know why I've done that. Anyway, yeah, the types that they do play in the club. That is, I guess, his music. But the one song that he played whilst he was there, that's the only song I knew. Every other song I didn't know. And then he was joined by someone called Callum Smith. I'm writing down these names, but I think it was Callum Smith. I hope it was, but I also don't know who that is. But the Islanders seemed very happy, very unts Goyimbo type of music, so kudos to them. But I just don't be knowing these VIP performers like that, okay? No, I'm sorry. Let's move on to the ending, guys, because I just don't understand. Okay, I don't understand. So after the performance, yeah, the camera obviously panned to Tanya, and Tanya literally does this. She's walking, yeah, she's walking. Imagine, she's just walking. She turned to the island, she just like, guys, I just want to, and as she started speaking, I literally tweeted, I said, is this girl giving a speech? Don't give a speech about Shaq. Please don't give a speech about Shaq. Please don't give a speech about Shaq. What does she do? She gives a speech about Shaq. Why did she do that? It was just so awkward that I felt, honestly felt like it was so awkward. But she was saying, of course, like, I'm doing this in front of everyone because I came back into the villa with another person and that was in front of everyone, and I've apologized, like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I want people to know that I've locked things off with Martin. I'm thinking, hey, Martin is standing right there. Martin is actually standing right there, and sis is coming to pretty much just say, yeah, like, trust me, bro, it's not working out with you. But the guy is standing right there. I'm sorry, I've never seen I've never seen wonder. I've never seen this before, guys. Tanya is on a league of her own. I don't know if I can tell her thing anymore. I have to laugh. I'm sorry. I honestly have to laugh. But of course, Shaq ended up approaching her and they apologized. She started crying in his arms, or exchanging the I love yous. I just felt like I said in yesterday's review, when Will was telling Jessie as she was crying that I love you, once again, right feeling, wrong time. I don't know. I'm sorry. It didn't give for me. If it gave for you, let me know in the comments. But personally, for me, it didn't give. Of course, we ended up getting a glimpse into tomorrow night's episode, and Martin essentially just goes off on Tanya, saying that she's insincere. I told her that she's fake. I told her that she's this. And then Tanya is just like, what? No. And then Shaq is basically pulling her back, just telling her, oh no, like, leave it. With that, I feel like Tanya's gone around this whole situation. She's lucky, okay? She played it safe because she was potentially going to lose both Martin and Shaq, but she nipped things in the bud when she could, and of course now her and Shaq are back together as an item. I do feel like, unfortunately, and this is a big shame, but I do feel like, unfortunately, a lot of the public don't actually want Tanya in the villa anymore, which is a big shame, because they just feel like that she done Shaq just so dirty. So I do see a dumping coming up very soon, with maybe like the lowest votes, or maybe like a recoupling and a bomb, something. Okay, but we're almost like 4 weeks into this season, I believe, and yeah, some couples definitely need to go home. It's getting really crowded in that villa. But yeah, Tanya said City Girls up on a whole different level, guys. I don't even know what to say. Like I said, I can't tell her thing anymore. I have to laugh because honestly, this entire situation is laughable. And tomorrow, I guess we are also going to laugh some more as well. So yeah, guys, that is the end of today's review. I'd love to know what you guys actually thought of that episode down in the comments below. You guys know I love reading your comments. Feel free to drop a little one, a little two. I definitely love to give it a read. And yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and join the family. We're almost on 27k. So yeah, definitely be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Have a lovely evening, and I shall see you and speak to you tomorrow. Bye.